Hello, I'm New Age Server Alarm, and this is going to be Fun Facts, Episode 4. As you can see, I'm on the side of the road on the highway. And I did that so I can set my camera up. Now my camera's facing out the window for a change, instead of facing at me. So you don't get to see my ugly face. My face isn't ugly, I don't think. Anyway, so today I'll just tell a couple more little stories from the field, alright? So, just hop right into it. First story from the field that I want to tell is some really creepy but interesting places I've been at. Alright, so the first one, in Portland there's an apartment building, and in that apartment building there is a basement. And to get into the basement, there is a padlocked door at the bottom of a stairway in the back of this building. Now this building is falling apart like crazy, I don't think it's going to last much longer structurally. Unfortunately. But in order to enter the basement, you had to use a padlocked door. And the problem with a padlocked door is it's possible to lock somebody inside. So, yeah, let's not lock someone inside, okay? Anyway, I went down to the basement to check some heat detectors. Barely lit, really dark, really scary. Well, really scary, but really dark, really quiet. Cobwebs, spider webs, you name it, creepy as hell. And the part that would have made it worse is if someone had shut the door and locked it, then I would have been trapped in there and I would have had to break out, which I could have been able to do, but just would have been stupid, that's all. So, another place though was the United States Custom House in Portland, Maine. Now, they no longer use the Custom House for U.S. Customs, but it still is used as a museum at times. Now, this building was neat because you go inside, it's like marble and metal, like brass and gold and stuff, and trims, and it was beautiful. Really nice building. However, there's an attic space, and for those who've never seen the building before, there is the large room where they did all the custom stuff, and then above that large room with a really high, probably 50-foot ceiling, there is an attic space because there's a pitched roof. And in order to get into the attic space, you first had to climb through a really tiny hatch in the ceiling. And then you had to walk across a narrow beam while avoiding stepping in the insulation and falling through the ceiling. Then you had to crawl through a small hole, not very big at all, probably the size of 2 doggy doors stacked vertically. Very small hole. And then, once you're in there, you have to be careful where you step, because if you step in the wrong spot, you're going to fall through the ceiling, you'll fall 50 feet, and you'll go slam right on the concrete or the marble table in the room below. 50-foot fall does not sound fun. Instant death right there. So that was scary, because I had to step very, very carefully, make sure I did not miss, and then die. So, that was scary. Anyway. Another place I went to was... crap. Hold on. Another place I went to was a high school, and this was kind of funny. We were doing a hornstroke test, and this is more problems with summer camp schedules. We were doing a hornstroke test in this high school, walking around, doing everything. During our test, a summer camp comes inside the building. Not knowing that we were doing the hornstroke test. They come inside the building while the horn strokes are going. Alright, and they're sitting there listening, and they're making noise and complaining and stuff, and I had gone down to the theater at the time, and I come back up and I see all the kids whoa, whoops. So then I walking across in the general direction of the fire control panel, and one of the kids was like, "Are you gonna turn the alarm off now?" And I said, "Yep." And then all the kids just started cheering "Yes!" Nothing like 70 or 80 little kids just cheering like that. I don't know. Went over to the panel and shut the alarm off, and they were still cheering, and then they eventually calmed down and were quiet. So that was a funny day. Yeah. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, a little bit of an accident that I had once. Let's see, a couple of mistakes I made. Or other people have made, at least. This one was first. I was doing a school, and this was during the summer, and yet another summer camp was in the school. we had to wait for the summer camp to go outside, but unknown to us, there was also an autism support group with a bunch of autistic children meeting in the building. They didn't know about our hornstroke test, and I accidentally caused an autistic kid to have a panic attack and start crying and stuff when I set the alarm off, because I didn't know that he was there. I didn't know that was going on, so I apologize to that kid. Wish I'd known, I would have waited, but yeah, a little bit of a mistake there. And another time where, let's see, issue with programming on a notifier panel. Now, Notifier is the brand that we install at work, so I gotta be careful not to knock them, I guess. But this was a little bit of a programming issue with the panel, where we had the panel and walk test to test out the hornstrokes to make sure they work, and when we discovered a section that wasn't working, took the panel out of the walk test to go into alarm to check the voltage on the circuit, and did that. That worked out well at first. It was all great until the dialer, which should have been disabled, was not actually disabled because of a slight little bug in the software. And so the dialer dialed, monitoring center dispatched the fire department. So I'm standing there at the panel, then the building manager goes in and says, the fire department's here. I'm like, oh crap. So outside the building I go, I meet the fire captain who just got off the truck. They're all dressed up, turnout gear, air packs, and everything. They're all ready to fight a fire, but there is no fire. So I say to them, hi, I'm Andrew with the company I work for, and we're doing a Tesla fire alarm today, and we had a little accident with the dialer, so sorry guys. And he's like, okay, don't do it again, and they just left after that. Although, I think they were a little disappointed because I bet they'd been in the firehouse all day long and didn't get to go anywhere. So I bet they were disappointed when they didn't get dispatched to a fire call to go do something, when they didn't get a fire call. That was actually a fire call. It was a false alarm. So, I thought that was funny. Anyway, what the heck does this sign say? Please don't say there's a delay. There's an electronic sign over there. I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but what does it say? Road work. What the heck? Oh, Bondbrook Bridge work starting 10/14. Crap. You know what that means, right? Road work, closed lanes, lots of other crazy crap. Ugh, damn it all. Once heard someone say that Maine has 3 seasons: snowstorms, leaf peepers, and roadwork season. Or I've also heard snowstorms, chilly, rain, and roadwork season. And I guess right now this is roadwork season, but slowly going into getting cold. So, speed limit drop. Anyway. So, I'm on my way to Augusta right now to go to class. And Augusta is the state capital. Now, here's something interesting. Fun Facts episode 2. This is the same route that I drove, except the camera was facing me when I recorded that video. Now the camera's facing out, and I'm driving the exact same route. Like, I actually started in the same place I started the last video. What the heck was that noise? I started in the same place as the last video, so that's good. That's interesting. So what else? What other stories could I tell? First I need to check one thing. Good, is it? Good, I'm still recording. I was having trouble doing First Systems episode 4 on... What? I was having trouble doing Fun Facts episode 4 on Monday night because my camera kept stopping recording for absolutely no reason. So, that was annoying. Anyway, let's see. I'm almost to class, so let's see if I can fit one more story in for today. Ooh, a hotel. There's was a hotel they did, and now this was a little bit messed up because there was some crazy crap going on. It was a simplex system, this time a 4020, and I actually recorded some video clips of this system and I never uploaded them, but what I should do is put all the clips together into a short video and upload them, so that'll be good. But anyway, it was a 4020 in a hotel, and here's what the problem was. You go around the building, and you test the devices. Everything seems fine. You go into hotel rooms, and each hotel room had a simplex sounder base with addressable smoke on it, and some of the rooms had horn strobes in them. Here's what happened. Smoke out the detector, it goes into alarm, but it went in continuous, not, excuse me, it went in continuous, not code 3. Should have gone into code 3, but it didn't, which was weird. So then I called down to my partner at the panel, alright, you can silence now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds later it finally silences. Because that panel is slow. The 4020 is slow. It took 10 seconds to silence that. So then I say, alright, I'm done now, you can reset. So my partner at the panel resets the panel. Guess what happens? The horn strobes in the hallway go off. For just totally random reason. The horn strobes just go off for no reason. Which makes absolutely no sense. There's no need for them to go off. So, go on with the rest of the building. The same thing happens. Meanwhile, we got guests in this hotel. This is apparently the busiest time of the year, and every room in the hotel was booked. So, well, thankfully most people were out for the day, but still, every room was booked. So, yep, that was a fun day, testing all the rooms. So much noise. Good thing I had ear protection. Oh, and it gets better. Some of the rooms actually had horn strobes in them. But here's what they did. Inside the bedroom and the bathroom, inside the bedroom, they had a horn strobe. They had 2 horn strobes in the bedroom. They were installed right next to each other, like one here, one here. Alright? I'm stopped at the red light, but yeah. One here, one here. Here's the thing. The one on the right went off whenever you had a local alarm from the local sounder base. The one on the left, the one on the right went off. When you had a general alarm from the building, the one on the left went off. So they had those 2 there, and there was no need for that really, because they could have programmed the panel. They could have programmed the module that controls the local horn strobe to go off for the general alarm in the building. They could have done that, but they didn't, which is just weird. So, lazy wiring, I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it's lazy. But yeah. And then in the bathroom they had the same setup, but except with remote strobes, not horn strobes. Now, only a few of the rooms were like this. The handicapped rooms were the only rooms like this. So, yeah. Then we get back down to the panel, and I find a battery box inside the telephone closet. And I know it's part of the fire system because it's both red and it says Simplex. So it's a Simplex battery box. I look inside and there's a pair of huge batteries that weigh like 70 pounds each. They weren't in use. They'd actually had smaller batteries in the panel because something had changed a while back with the system and they didn't need those big batteries anymore. So, anyway, well, as you can see, I'm pretty much just about arriving at school to go to class. So, I have to end this video soon. For those curious, I am getting a degree in computer information systems with a focus on networking, and the class I'm going to today is called Information Systems Security, which is basically how to protect against hackers and protect from hackers getting your data, which is always good. No hackers allowed. So, one last thing, I didn't have I didn't have a question of the day last time, so let me see if I can think of a question of the day for today. Wow, someone's got a luxury car that's expensive and low gas mileage. Think of a question of the day for today. Okay, here's one for you. This one's going to be easy for a lot of people, but there are some who won't know. This is pretty much a simple one. What is the Candela rating minimum required in a sleeping area? And also, what is the minimum sound level required in a sleeping area? And finally, where are these two measurements? Where in the sleeping area are these two measurements to be made at? So it's actually 3 questions, but they're all related to each other. So put a post in the comments if you got the answer, and I'll reveal it in the next Fun Facts episode. So, anyway, I'm New Age Server Alarm, and have a great day, everybody.